But I mean, that's got to be difficult to understand if you have a whole bunch of people watching you or recognizing you. I mean, when you went on this out on the street, you got approached, right?
I mean, it got to a level that was so intense. It would just, I mean, there's paparazzi and like clusters of people anywhere that's like like a public, you know, a restaurant, like can't eat without people constantly there. It for me, it was really frustrating. I think for some people they can kind of, I don't think anybody's made for fame. Like, I don't think that there's anybody who's made to thrive in it, but I think there are some people that are more able to tolerate it, and are just like better equipped with their emotional and mental tools to handle it. And I don't think I was, and it just made me feel like I was going to explode all the time. I was so anxious.
Yeah. Well, having an anxiety disorder and then being approached all the time and being recognized everywhere sounds anxiety provoking.
Right. Not a recipe for success.
No. And I know that, you know, I remember, I think it was Eminem. He came out with something and he got really angry at being approached at a restaurant or something. And me as a kid, I was just like, well, like that's kind of what you get for being in the pub. Like, I think there's a level of, don't want to say like resentment or anger for people looking in, but they're kind of like, well, you're a celebrity. Like, what do you expect? And then I know I've noticed through mainly being around my dad and I'm not putting any negativity there because most people who approach him are really kind and it's been overwhelmingly positive, but it's still like, you know, sometimes when you're having dinner, it's like, I just want to have dinner. So sure. It's weird. It's a weird situation.
Well, I'm curious about that too, because like with, you know, your dad specifically, but I would imagine, like, I mean, he's changed my life. I've done his self-authoring suite 3 times. I do it at the start of every year. Oh my God. I have given it as a gift to everybody that I know. I just think it's so helpful in terms of like getting you in check with yourself. And it's the most realistic approach to like accomplishing your goals and getting your life on track that I've ever seen. It's like, why would, you know what I mean? Why was I want everybody I know to do it.
Oh, that's cool to hear.
Yeah, I think it's so helpful. But so I would imagine like if I saw your dad on the street or something, I would be approaching him for this thing that he's made, this thing that he's done. I resented fame. I really did, because it was like people were coming at me constantly for a thing that I was ashamed to be a part of. You know, I was on a show that I thought was trash. Like I just thought, this is so shitty. This is so bad. I don't want to go onto this overlit kids show set and like scream my lines and just like, whoa, Carly, like everything just felt just so ridiculous. So for me, it was like when people were constantly approaching me, it just felt like, God, about this dumb piece of trash that I don't even like. Why is this the big thing? Like, it just felt so, I mean, I know that's super, I think it's a super unlikable thing to say, but it really is my experience.
No, it's just, you know, it's just kind of sad, right? I think I kind of get where you're coming from too, because for an actor too, you're portraying people who you aren't. So then you might be approached, I don't know, but you might be approached on the street from someone who treats you like the character you're portraying, whereas somebody like Dad wouldn't exactly have that happen.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, people would come up to me. I played like kind of a punky teen on TV, a girl who had been to juvie. And at the time I was like 14, but seemed more like a 7-year-old emotionally. Like I was very emotionally underdeveloped. So people are coming up to me being like, hey, Sam, like, and I'm going, hi, like just a nervous wreck. And they're like, oh, you're not cool. Never mind.
Aw, man. That's sad.
That's all right.